So I get this question every week. And if you're a business owner, then you've either asked this question or somebody else has asked you this question. How do I use AI in my business? The answer is not just ask ChatGPT. And by the end of this video, I'm going to give you a 4-step framework to help you understand how to use AI for any business. What up and welcome back to the channel. I'm Quintel from Greenbook Digital, where I do AI consulting for solopreneurs and small teams so they can cut costs, save time, and start to scale up their business. Prior to this, I founded Good Parting Company, a plant-based health cafe and juice bar that went on to do over $700,000 in a partnership with Johns Hopkins as their first ever wellness cafe and juice bar on their actual campus. Now, in today's video, I'm going to break down the 4-step framework I learned from my juice bar that I used in my coaching business and now that I use with my clients to implement AI into their business successfully so they can start to scale up, save time, and of course, make more money. Now, a lot of people just kind of throw AI at the wall to see what sticks and hope that it actually works. But what they fail to realize is that just like everything else, it's better to have a system, and the better input you give it, the better output you get. And that's how you got to approach AI when you apply it to your business. And before we dive into the framework, I'm going to give you a real life scenario on how I actually applied it, like where this actually came from. And it goes back to selling cleansers at my juice bar. So at my juice bar, our 3 and our 5-day juice cleansers were really popular, but the sales were inconsistent. The cleansers would be on the website available to purchase at any time, and people just, sometimes they bought them, sometimes they didn't. So I said, I need to do more around this. And now that we got AI, maybe I should use that to help. So I would use AI to write captions and use these photo shoots that we did. We would create some graphics in Canva. And then I would also use AI to write ads on Instagram and Facebook. So I said, yeah, that's what I should do. I'm not selling anything. I should run ads and that'll get more people to come buy them. And it got a few sales in the door, but all in all, it was still very inconsistent. And it cost me more than it actually made me to run all of these ads and not get any sales. So I went back to the lab and I thought, well, it looks like all of the people who are, at least 80% of the people who are buying these juice cleansers are repeat customers. Just like in any business, you're going to have repeat customers who love what you do, want more of what you do, or would be more receptive to other offers you have. So I said, I need to focus on selling to them. And that's when it hit me. I need to use AI to write email marketing campaigns, not use it for Instagram ads and Instagram captions. And so I had to redirect the aim to this specific task, which was writing email campaigns. So first it was some high level strategy in there to redirect to a different audience. So once I figured out that's what I'm going to focus on, this is the prompt. This prompt is from 2.5 years ago or whenever. And I broke everything down. Create an email campaign to prepare, engage, and prompt our customers to participate in our upcoming New Year juice cleanse. Then I gave it all the details. How many emails to send, when we're going to start sending them, when the emails are going to stop going out, the days that they can pick up, all of the details, the ingredients, what the benefits are, what the timing is, all the instructions, all of these things went into the email campaign, and I just let ChatGPT write the email campaign. It wrote 14 different emails. It started breaking down the wellness shots. Like you can see a photo, that little one right there. That's the wellness shot, okay? So we got the wellness shot. We break it down the benefits of the green juice. We put all that in email because email is more engaging and is still the highest form of digital or online marketing as far as like return on investment. Still get the highest ROI from email marketing. And sure enough, it worked. Here are the sales. So between December 24th, which is within the time frame that we have here and when people can start ordering, people started ordering the day before Christmas, and I got more orders in 2 weeks than I did all year. And this is just what it showed online. There are people who came into the store for the promotion. So we sold way more juice cleansers just by being focused on how I actually applied AI. And so that's when I realized there is a process to actually applying AI to your business. And so now I'm going to break it down for you. Hey, quick break in the video to let you know that if you'd like me to walk you through this 4O framework that I'm actually going to break down in the video and customize an AI strategy for your business, click the first link in the description. We'll map out the outcomes for your business, the bottlenecks that's stopping you from getting there, and then start to put together all of the AI tools and workflows that's going to help you achieve the goals you want. So just click the first link in the description, book a call, and we can get to it. Now back to the video. Now when it comes to effectively using AI in your business to either save time, make more money, or scale out an activity so you can manage multiple tasks, I suggest using this framework that I came up with a couple years ago in my juice bar. It's called the 4O method. I used it for my juice bar. I use it as a health coach. Now I use it with my clients to build out automations and to just help them make things a lot easier and faster in their business. And it actually does not start with using AI. It is practical business 101. What is the problem you are solving? So what is the outcome you want? It's best to give it a measurable goal and a clear deadline. You want to achieve a certain amount of sales in a certain amount of time. You want to improve percentage points, a certain amount of time. You want to attract a certain amount of followers in a certain amount of time. And then you can reverse engineer and work backwards from there. You got to start with the outcomes. When I'm working with people and we're doing our consultations, I'm always asking, what are the outcomes? 30, 90 days, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. Those are the time frames we typically think in. What is the thing we want to get accomplished over that amount of time? And then that's where we start. That's where you start in the 4O framework. The first O is what is the outcome you want. Now the second O in this 4O framework is obstacles. You need to identify what are the actual bottlenecks that are preventing you from getting to the outcome that you want. Like what's the thing that's slowing you down the most? What's the things that's taking the most time? What are the things that's costing you the most money? Or the things that could be making you the most money? What's getting in the way of you making you the most money? Okay, so ideally you want to assess the bottlenecks and kind of rank them and stack them in order based on the financial impact or the amount of time it takes to get done. Once you work on those, the priority obstacles or bottlenecks, it tends to make all the other things either go away or seem, or just it probably will fix that along the way. Okay, so understand clearly what are the things that are preventing you from getting to the outcomes you want. And then this next step is probably going to help you understand it a lot better. The third O in this 4O framework, and that is outline. You want to outline all of the steps in the process that you do to solve the bottleneck. Like what are you currently doing to manage this process, to try to eliminate this problem, or to get to your outcome? Like what do the steps look like? This is the part that a lot of people overlook because people just don't want to be patient and sit down and like actually identify the steps. Sometimes we just have it committed to memory. I'm guilty of it, where you just go in and you're just so used to doing something. But you need to put those standard operating procedures, put them down, record them. Imagine that you have to train somebody. Even if you don't have a staff, imagine that you did so that you could eventually replace yourself in that job within your business. So record it if you have to. You can do a screen recording. You can actually grab your phone and record yourself going through the process, but record it step by step. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? And what is it actually helping you achieve in your business? And the last step of this framework is options. You've got grounded in what outcomes you want for your business. You've identified what obstacles are preventing you from getting there, and you've outlined the processes that you currently use to manage those obstacles and try to achieve your goals. Now you can see some options. And this is a two-part process here. The first thing you're going to do is take some simple business steps. We're not going to jump into AI just yet, but we're going to have options that's going to lead us into using the right AI tools and the right AI strategy. So the first thing you want to do is eliminate any steps you don't need to take. Now that you've outlined the steps, you can see everything you need to do. You can see who owns a problem. You can see what databases you're using. You can see what tools you already have in place. Whatever you don't need, you can eliminate. Then you regulate the process and say, hey, this is how it's going down. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to do it like this all the time. As close as possible. This is how we're going to make things work. Then you're going to delegate the tasks that can be handed off in that process, either to someone on your staff. You can outsource it to a contractor, to an agency, to a virtual assistant, or you can automate it. That's where you use AI, and that's when we get into the second part. How much of those steps can actually be automated? And once you get down to this option step, you'll start to see that you could possibly automate between 80 and 90% of a certain business process that you're taking now just by using AI, combining a automation tool like Zapier with a large language model like ChatGPT or Claude, and then you throw in whatever database you're using like Google Sheets, and now you got motion. Now you're in flow, and now things are a lot simpler. You're on your way to making more money, saving more time, and scaling things up. So listen, when we go back to the original question of how do I use AI in my business, the better question is, what problems do I need to solve? Because that'll help you become more creative, more strategic, and be a more critical thinker. See, critical thinkers are not going to be replaced by AI. AI is going to handle a lot of tasks with more speed, but it's not going to do the higher level thinking that only you can bring to your business. And the more you can think strategically, the more you can be at a higher level in your business, the more freedom you'll start to have from your business, because AI is handling all of the heavy workload that normally weighs you down and prevents you from having the mental clarity, the mental freedom, and just the actual time freedom to work on other things in your business that make more sense and make you more money. So check it out. I'm going to leave a link to this whiteboard in the description so you can have forever access to this framework. But if you want to work with me directly on implementing this 4O method into your business, you can click the first link in the description, book a call with me, and we can put together a customized AI strategy and roadmap that you can implement into your business. If you found this video valuable, like, subscribe, and definitely leave a comment. Let me know how you've been using AI in your business and what else you'd like to learn about how to implement AI into your business. I'll catch you in the next video.